Hello everybody, I'm Blaze and Rebecca, and welcome back to Lads in Distress, and we're here with Prince Zell. We won't get lost or anything. No, I'd much rather stay. I'm sorry, maybe next time. Why not, though? I won't force you into doing anything you don't want to, but can't you at least tell me your reasons? Are we not good friends? I made the cutest, most irresistible pleading face at him, even siphoning a good tearing up to increase the effect. God damn it. Zell tries to avert his eyes, but he quickly gives in. Alright. Zell gives a wry smile and shakes his head. You win. You always do. I clasp my hands happily, all traces of tears gone. Zell just looks at me with an amused expression on his face before sighing. Well, it's complicated. I can hardly make sense of it and put it into words, but I suppose one reason is I have all these great expectations about the world around me, and I love daydreaming about them. Okay. But what if the world isn't as beautiful as I expect? Oh. What if I do leave, and what if I do venture around looking for the next beautiful landscapes, only to be disappointed time and time again? Then I won't even have my imaginations and hopes to rely on. I tilt my hand, pondering his concern for a moment. So he's afraid the reality won't match up to his expectations? How very Zell of him. If it's any consolation, your dreams will still be with you. You may be dejected that they're not real, but that doesn't mean you can't continue to daydream about them. I suppose. Besides, the lake I'm talking about may be extraordinary, but it's far from the best of nature's offerings. If you end up being disappointed, it isn't the end of the world. Believe me when I say much more magical landscapes are out there. Our focus will hopefully be more on each other than the world around us anyway. I giggle with the flustered expression on Zell's face as he looks at everything but me. Don't choke to death, I'm mostly kidding. Peering at me from behind his fringes, he asks quietly in an almost hesitant tone. But not completely? Unless you want me to be. Zell hesitates before shaking his head, his cheeks flushing a startling red as he averts his eyes again. I guess I don't. Don't want to be kidding, that is. I giggle, charmed as always by his shy responses. There's something very appealing about his bashfulness that just warms my heart. So you alright with heading out then? I sigh in disappointment at Zell's hesitation. So disappointed. I suppose I should have expected this. Honestly, don't know why I keep trying. I don't know. Persuade with puppy dog eyes? I don't know. I've saved, so I'm not gonna give up like this. If I give in now, he will stay in his self-imposed isolation forever. Surely he can't resist my puppy dog eyes. It did work once before just now, didn't it? There's no shame in trying again. And if not, I can just reload. I pause Zell, pleading him with my eyes. Please? You mean a lot to me. Charming. I can see the internal struggle in his eyes. Finally, he turns away with a sigh. Alright, if it makes you happy, I will. Surprised by his quick concession and the unexpectedly sweet response, I clear my throat and quickly look away. It would make me very happy indeed. Then alright, we can go. Zell chuckles at my happy squeal, and I pull him towards the window before he can change his mind. It's like, nope, you're not about to change your mind now. You're totally right, Charming. It's absolutely stunning here, beyond my imagination. I let out a nervous breath I didn't know I was holding. I'm glad you like it. I do, I really do. The wonder written all over his face draws me to him, and I inch closer without even realizing. This is beautiful, and yet, according to you, this is still far from the best. How amazing are the so-called best, then? I smile and give him a playful wink. That's for you to see for yourself. Beauty's subjective, after all. Well, at least that's what they say. I think they're wrong. Some things are beautiful even by objective standards, like you. I blink at them in shock as the red spreads over his cheeks. He starts rambling in embarrassment. I mean, you're beautiful. One would have been blind not to see that. I'm sure many people have told you before. Probably ever since you were a Zell. He looks at me reluctantly. I open my mouth to speak, but when our eyes meet, I find myself beginning to feel oddly self-conscious about and losing my train of thought. Zell and I continue to gaze into each other's eyes silence for a long, long time. Any thought of conversation would be easily brushed aside as an unwanted distraction. It is Zell who finally looks away, blinking rapidly several times in a row. I can't help but giggle at the redness of his face. I've never gotten used to how adorable he is. Thank you for the compliment, Zell. As for you, you're objectively handsome. Zell smiles sheepishly as he puts together his hands. Thank you, Charming. Charming? You're far too nice. Overwhelmed by a sudden rush of affection for him, I reach out to hug him. But I stop. No hugging here. What am I doing? How do I keep losing all sense of propriety and responsibility when I'm with him? Why is it about a sincere sweetness that keeps making me forget what I set out here to do in the first place? He's dangerous. I need to stop getting so attached to this man. He's not dangerous. He insists on staying inside his tower, and I can never lead such a life. I can't possibly be tied down like that. I'd suffocate. I cannot possibly develop feelings for him. It can never work out. Or could it? I don't know what comes over me, but I end up wrapping my arms around him after all. While Zell is still stiff with shock, I press a quick kiss to his cheek before I can overthink it. Charming! Stepping away from him, I noticed a hint of pleasure hiding under that blush of his and I smiled to myself. Yes? Weather's fine today. Fine weather in this today. I laugh. He's far too cute for me to suppress my feelings. Yes, fine weather indeed. Everything will work out in the end. At least, I can hope it will. And back here again. Quietly, I slipped back into the room through the window, peeking around to look for Zell. Thankfully, Zell is exactly where I left him, snoring away in the chair, his head on the table. Phew. Good thing I didn't wake him. I wanted this to be a surprise. Making sure his breathing is steady, I tiptoe my way across the room towards the bed. Quickly shoving the books under the bed, I slide under the blankets and shift into a more comfortable position. I freeze mid-action, returning to look at Zell. He seems to be waking up now, his eyes slowly fluttering open. As Zell lifts his head, I notice the horrendous of his eyes and some suspicious tear stains on his cheeks. Oh! Has he been crying? What? I immediately close my eyes, pretending to be asleep. Oh, Charming, you're back. I suddenly feel arms on my shoulders, pulling me into a tight hug. My eyes fly open in shock. What? Heavens! I thought you left. I woke up in the middle of the night and you were gone. I thought you had enough of living like this and went back home. I thought you left without saying goodbye. Oh, that's why he was crying. I understood why you would have done that, but still, I was so sad. I missed you. I'm glad you're here, Charming. Zell babbles on, sounding close to tears. I pull away from him slightly, staring at his distraught face. Has he been crying because he thought I wouldn't be coming back? Feeling my heart clenched at the sight of his tears, I reach out and brush my fingers against the wetness on his cheeks. As if I could ever leave him like that. As much as I hate to admit it, he means too much to me already. I haven't even known him for that long. You're an idiot. I would never leave without saying farewell. I'm really sorry. I'm just so happy to see you again. Where did you go? Why didn't you at least leave a note or wake me till tell me before slipping out? I'd like to say first. Sighing, I tugged the books from the hiding spot under the bed. I brought some books for us. Mostly for you. Today's your birthday, isn't it? At the surprised look on Zell's face, I hastily elaborate. Your kingdom used to have kingdom-wide activities every year on your birthday to mourn your disappearance, so that's how I know today is your birthday. I wanted to give you a surprise present, so I snuck out to head to the nearest village to buy these for you. I'm sorry I worried you. I figured I could make it back before you woke up. Zell blinks at me silently for a moment as the silence drags on. I shift uncomfortably, wondering if I did something wrong. I'm sorry, do you not like this present? Did I overstep my boundaries? You don't have to take them if you don't like books. Zell suddenly pulls me into a strong hug again. Whoa! His arms wrap around me tightly, not letting me go anywhere. Overwhelmed by his proximity and his warmth, I let myself melt into his arms, sighing with contentment. No, I love your present. Thank you. This is the best present I've ever received. I'm so touched and happy right now, I don't even know what to say, and I ended up pushing a button. Thank you so much. Zell pulls away all too soon, and I try to push away the pang of disappointment. He looks at me with wide eyes shining in excitement. Which ones are for me? Oh, I stare down at the pile of books in my hand. Half are educational books about history, politics, and other important matters, while the other half are fictional stories about adventures and mysteries. I didn't know which would be more suitable for Zell's taste, so I ended up buying both and deciding later instead. I just didn't realize later would come so soon. He seems like he likes stories, so... Zell likes adventures, doesn't he? And he's always so curious about the world. No surprise there. I think he will enjoy these stories about wild adventures and journeys more. After all, it is his birthday. I should give him a more enjoyable, fun present. I place the storybooks in his waiting arms. That just means education is not fun, apparently. But anyway. Here, these are for you. I think you would more likely like the storybooks. I chose some of my favorite fictional books for you. Mostly these are either adventure stories or murder mysteries. Okay. I'm not sure they're your cup of tea, but I hope you enjoy them anyways. Zell eyes the colorful color of the book with an almost reverent look on his face, his fingers stroking the illustration gently. Thank you, I love them. I'm so happy to finally have some new books to read. His enthusiasm is contagious. I find myself beaming back at him, pleased I can make him so happy with such a simple gesture. I watch him as he flips open a page and skims through the words excitedly. Zell's face suddenly falls, and I can feel his happiness fading away. Uh-oh. What's the matter? Do you not like them? Frantically, I try to recall the content of that particular book. I don't think I accidentally chose any books that would be offensive or depressing. No, it's not that. It's just... Zell gives a heavy sigh, still avoiding my eyes. I don't know if I can actually read these books. I mean, I do know how to read. I still remember how to read, since I pick up those old books every once in a while when I'm especially bored. It's just that I was taken away when I was 8. I was nowhere near finishing my lessons. Many skills are still around that of an 8-year-old, even though I'm officially 18 now. I'm ashamed to admit I may not even be able to understand the simple language. I'm sorry, you went to so much trouble to buy books for me as my birthday present, and well, that stupid witch is to blame, not you. Don't worry, I promise I will try my hardest to read these books over and over until I understand what they mean. Zell tries to give me a fake cheerful smile, but the embarrassed flush on his cheeks and his downcast eyes tell me that all I need to know. Inwardly, I berate myself for my oversight. How did I not anticipate this problem before? I should have picked another present. Now I make him feel bad about himself, which is when it's clearly not his fault that he has received less education. Taking his hand in mine, I give it a comforting pat. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I didn't think about this in the first place. Listen, why don't I help you with this? I can read out loud to you. If you don't understand any word or idea, just ask me immediately. I will explain to you. Zell's shocked eyes meet mine. You would do that for me? Of course. I would be more than happy to. Surprisingly, I find that I do mean it. If I had to read it to anyone else, I would probably be incredibly reluctant to do so. However, because it is Zell, for some strange reason, I am actually looking forward to it. If I had any doubts about my offer, the brilliant smile that spreads across Zell's face and lights up his eyes just erases all my hesitation. Thank you, Charming. That would be amazing. I'm sorry if I'm giving you so much trouble. You don't. Besides, you're intelligent. I'm sure you'll understand everything easily, so I won't have much to do. Do you want to get started now? Zell's enthusiastic nodding makes me laugh. Alright then, come sit a little closer so I don't have to yell and destroy my throat by reading loudly for hours. Scooting over closer to the wall on the bed, I open the first book and pet the space next to me. Zell hesitates for a brief moment, blushing furiously before climbing into bed, settling down beside me. To be able to see the pages of the book, Zell is sitting so close to me that his head is basically leaning against my shoulder. Ready? And we'll get to that in the next part. See ya!